Previously talked about how you can initialize your own sidechain on the Lisk blockchain. In this tutorial, we're going to be talking about the main details that are contained in these folders that come when you initialize your own blockchain using this command. Okay, we have the bin folder. So in the bin folder, this is where the command line requirements are. Then we have the config folder. So in the config folder, this is where your initial configurations of the blockchain are. So you find the Genesis block configurations, your RPC, multi-procedure calls, and IPCs allocated, the port number, the host name, networks, and so on. So this is where those configurations are. Then the validators are a list of the validators that you are running initially. There are always, I think, around 103 validators, but you can reduce them when you're initially doing some developments. Genesis assets. So we have the dist and the node modules. Those come when you load the node modules. So you always have the source folder. So the source folder is very crucial. We're going to come back to it. And we have the test folder. So the test folder is where you run your tests for your logic. So sometimes you can create a module, you can create a plugin, you can do some code, and then you want to test it to see how it functions. So based on the logic that you want your new blockchain to have, test files are created in the test folder. There are some test folders in the test folder, like the integration, network, unit, utils. We have setup file.js. So they'll help you in testing the files of your blockchain. So we have the source folder. In the source folder is where most of our logic is located, either for on-chain or off-chain. By on-chain, we mean that logic that will be running on our blockchain, and off-chain, we mean that logic that might not be running on the blockchain but might be running externally, such as the front end that we might create for our blockchain. In the source folder, we have two folders, mainly the app folder and the commands folder. In the app folder is where our logic sits, and in the commands folder, that's where all the commands sit. So for example, Lisk generate, you want to generate, you can also create your own custom commands that will be stored in the commands folder. Let me get my terminal, and in case I type Lisk generate, let me see, help. So generate has these different help commands, and to see the commands that can be utilized from the Lisk commander. So we are going to now focus on the app folder. On the app folder, this is where our logic is going to start. So when you want to create a module, when you want to create an asset, when you want to create a plugin, all that sits in the app folder. And once you go to the app folder, so we have two main folders. We have the modules folder and the plugins folder, but we also have this file app.ts. So in the app.ts, this is what keeps our blockchain application together. So far we have those two modules. So you can create your custom modules, as we shall see in coming videos. You can create your own plugins as well, assets, and so on. We have the index.ts, you have modules.ts. So this is what registers your modules. So in the hello module, we have events, we have also stores. So we are going to be going deeper into all this, but the biggest takeaway here is that if you want to create your own chain logic, it is created in modules, and if you want to create your off-chain logic, it is stored in plugins. So yes, how do we initialize our own custom module? We say Lisk generate. So in case you don't know your stack, you can say Lisk generate. Wherever you're stuck, you say help. Lisk So this error was because I was using Node version 16.14.0. So I've changed it to use Node version 18. Yes, you have to check so that you're using a Node version greater than 16.15.0. So go to Lisk generate module custom. I'm going to make 1001. So we have I think now I need to close and open my application again. So Lisk generate module. Module name is custom. Number is 1001. Now for this one, you have to just generate a module, because I'm saying generate module, just the module name. So you must always use the help. So you no longer need the ID, you need to just generate the module. Voters for this case. So the module has been generated. It has been generated with initial template code. So this is good. You no longer need to use the ID if you're running this commander of the latest version. Okay, so this is the same way you can generate plugins. It's the same way. So let me say Lisk generate plugins, users. So this will be for so it is Lisk generate plugin and then let me say users. So it is instead, it's not plugins but plugin. So when you get stuck, use the help command. The users folder, they are all the initial configurations that I need to run my plugin. So for this tutorial, that's what we are going to stop at. What you should know is that modules are specifically used for on-chain data. When you are programming plugins, these are responsible for your off-chain data. So I hope this has opened you up. So that's the folder structure. Yes, see you in the next one.